What's going on, guys? This is Michael MGF, and today I'm going to be doing another LEGO DC Comics Superheroes 2014 review on the Batman the Penguin Face-Off. And the set number for this one is 76010. The recommended ages are 5 through 12, and it has a piece count of 136, and it retails for $12.99 in about every store right now, because this set is now in wide release. It wasn't a couple months ago, but eventually when the set started to show up, it literally just came out everywhere, even though it honestly should have come out in December alongside the other LEGO superhero sets. That didn't exactly happen, but when it did come out about a month ago, it just pretty much widespread everywhere once all these stores reset their toy sections, and it's fully available. And I mean, obviously you probably have already known that. You probably already have the set yourself, but I didn't want to, even, it's better late than never. I'm not just gonna, skip out on this review and not finish the 2014 Superheroes reviews when I only have one small $12 set left, and that is why I'm doing this review today on the Penguin Face-Off. But you might have noticed that this video probably should have come out at least 2 days ago. And I have a good reason for that, and that reason is, as you guys are probably aware, Captain America the Winter Soldier will be releasing next Thursday night at midnight, which will be April 4th, and I've been anticipating this movie since it was announced at Comic-Con of 2012 in San Diego, and honestly, I've been working on figures non-stop for this movie since, I want to say, late November. I started on Black Widow and then 3 other figures from there on out, which I am just now finishing, and I just want to do this quick review so I can get back to working on those figures, because I'm going to be showing them on my Flickr on Monday, and then the actual showcase for these figures will go up on Thursday evening, and I'm really working hard to make sure that this goes well and everything works out, because I want you guys to see these figures that I'm working on when, Captain America the Winter Soldier comes out, and that is why I haven't really been able to record anything or vlog. It's just really tied me up, and then that's pretty much the main reason, and I just wanted to do one quick review. This might even be the last video, guys, before the Captain America the Winter Soldier showcase next Thursday. Hopefully it won't. I want to maybe squeeze in one more review, but I'm really busy trying to finish up Black Widow and get the photo taken for Flickr and a bunch of other stuff to make sure this all works out for that showcase and these figures that I've been working on for quite some time, and that is why you might see a little bit of a delay. That's why you saw a delay this past week, and you might see a little bit more for this next week, but I just wanted to explain that to you guys so that you know where I'm at with that. But regardless, let's go ahead and take a look at this set, and this set, the Penguin Face-Off, now that I've pretty much talked about the Winter Soldier showcase and what's going on with all of that. By the way, you can see a preview for the Winter Soldier showcase, which just went up today. Link to that will be in the description below, and that went up on my Flickr today, and it's pretty awesome if you want to check that out. And yeah, so this set is, like I said, $12.99, and it's really awesome because you get the debut of a new Scuba Batman and a new variant of Penguin. The first time we've seen Penguin since the Arkham Asylum set, and so that's pretty awesome. And I mean, you get a freaking duck. That's the only reason you're going to buy this set. It's for the freaking duck with flick fire missiles. At the duck with flick fire missiles, you can't ask for more. I mean, I would probably pay the $12.99 just for that. I mean, it's a freaking duck. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 2 new minifigures, and then we will proceed to the rest of the set. Alright, so starting off with the Penguin here, you can see this is clearly a new variant, something that I actually messed up on in my analysis video on this set. This is in fact a new Penguin variant, and it is really fantastic. Obviously coming with his signature umbrella, which is obviously just a standard rod piece with a umbrella disc on top of it, but pretty cool and great to see with the Penguin. How could you go without his umbrella, of course? And yeah, then he also has this remote control for the actual Penguin drones that are included with this set. So you can control them to attack Batman, so that's definitely a nice accessory to get as well. Made up of just a basic hinge piece, antenna, and stud, so taking that away as well to get a better look at the torso here. You can see this torso is a really nice new variant for the Penguin, complete with a full-on fur coat with awesome buttons and fur pockets and a tie underneath it all. Just a fantastically designed torso, and honestly the best Penguin torso to date, if you ask me, so really do appreciate this Penguin variant above all others. And you can see his head, I do believe, is the same from the Arkham Asylum, but definitely fantastic to get again, as it is a really definitive looking Penguin head, and obviously no double-sided head for Penguin, and he does have his standard Penguin hat that he's had since the beginning, and then the continuation of the fur coat on the back of his torso, along with a pair of dark bluish gray stubby short legs. But I mean, for the most part, it's Penguin. You guys know what the Penguin looks like. This is just a new variant, but definitely well executed. And for the final of the 2 minifigures included with the Penguin Face-Off, we have the new Scuba Gear Batman, which is a new variant of Batman, and definitely a lot more to talk about here. And as you can see, this is the Scuba Gear version of Batman, so he does come equipped with a standard pair of flippers, and definitely really great to see those. However, there is actually a change of plastic with the flippers. For the first time ever that I've ever seen personally, there is a different plastic used for the flippers. It is not the same this time, but I mean, it's better plastic. It's just, you know, I guess kind of sad to see the original plastic for these go, given how long the plastic for flippers was around, but still nice to see the plastic upgraded regardless. And removing those for right now, we're gonna go ahead and put Batman back on the base there so you can see him in all of his glory. And you can see he does have a harpoon, because once again, Scuba Gear version of Batman, we've seen this harpoon before, comes in black this time around, and definitely great to get with the Batman and this new Batman variant. And obviously he's in a full dark blue, deep blue color, given once again Scuba variant. This is really made to look just like the Scuba variant that you would expect. And he does have his Scuba tank, which is really fantastic. Once again, we've seen this piece before. Nothing really new to it, but once again, great to get with what you would consider a Scuba Gear version of the Batman. So yeah, now you can see this head here I want to talk about first, because you can see this head, while it is the standard Batman head that we're all used to seeing, and it serves the purpose as doing so, it's printed onto a black head. So the problem with that is now you have the problem of you have the white strip right above his eyes, which is a much more dull white, and the flesh color is much more dull flesh because it's printed on the black. And light colors printed on the black plastic really doesn't work out, and therefore when you use this head, it kind of looks like Vampire Batman. And that's why you might want to go ahead and grab a standard Batman head if you intend to not use the Scuba head that is provided on the other side of this head. And you can see it's a really awesome head. I mean, if you just go ahead and brasso off this side and just use this side of Batman's head, that is really useful for some purist figures. Let me tell you, that's fantastic and a really great design. I love this part about the figure. Easily the biggest highlight of the set in terms of the 2 minifigures. And yeah, so going ahead and removing the Scuba tank here to get a better look at the torso here for the Scuba version of Batman. You can see it's a really nice torso with a lot of detail packed into it. And as my entire base completely collapses here, setting it back up, you can see once again the torso is pretty awesome. And like I said, you can see that the Batman symbol is actually blue this time around, and you have a lot of different details to really make sure this looks just like the Scuba variant that you would expect from a Scuba version of Batman. So I mean, it's really, you know, it's predictable, but still a really fantastic design. And the same could be said for the back, as the back has its own share of details, and even a little bit of a hydration pack type design on the back there. So I mean, really great design overall, and easily one of the better variants of Batman that we've received recently. And he does come equipped with a standard pair of dark blue legs, of course without leg printing because this is superheroes. But yeah, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual set. Alright, so now that we have both of the minifigures out of the way, we're going to go ahead and move the box aside so we can get a better look at the actual set, along with the minifigures, and move them aside too. But, yeah, so we'll go ahead and start off with these new penguin drones, or penguin robots. They are pretty awesome with their antenna, obviously to represent that they are robotic, and definitely pretty awesome. I mean, it's the same penguin design, just with some minor color changes, so we've seen this before, but it's exciting to see it again, because honestly, I haven't had a Lego penguin since, God, 2008. So this is really exciting for me to finally have new penguins. And you can see we also have a little stick of dynamite for each one, so that's really awesome. And of course that is detachable, so you can give it to the penguin himself. But regardless, you do get 2 of these new penguin robots, and or these robotic penguins, whatever you'd like to call them. And they're definitely pretty awesome, and a nice inclusion for the set. How could you not have them with the penguin? And it's pretty awesome to finally get those again, and for me anyway. So then we have the actual Batman Scuba vehicle, and it's actually pretty awesome. I mean, I really do like it. It's just, I don't think we've seen anything like this before, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's not really a problem when the Lego Group is creative with what they do design. But if this was in the comics at one point, or a series, be sure to let me know in the comments below so that I'm not giving away false information. That's why I love you guys. And you can also see that we do have, of course, a set of flick-fire missiles on the sides of each of, or, you know, on both sides of the Scuba vehicle here. So we can go ahead and take the Penguin's duck boat before I'm even ready to show it to you, and then take the Penguin, stick him inside of it, and then go ahead and fire at Penguin with the flick fire missiles, and they are pretty effective, and that just went flying. Where did that even go? I don't even know. But regardless, you get, like I said, 2 of these flick fire missiles, and what they pretty much are, just your basic flick fire missile with your basic flick fire missile head, except that you get a yellow cylinder instead of just a cone piece on the on the front end of it, and some headlights here on each side, the main handlebars for Batman, and we can go ahead and take Batman in his scuba gear. And what's cool about this is I really like this about sets. I try to mention this wherever the LEGO group has this feature. It's really nice to get this where you have the little, available clips to have their accessories, because it makes my life easier, and it's just a lot easier because I don't like having accessories lying all over the place. So that's really awesome that we do have these clips here, and to store his harpoon. So that's pretty awesome. And if we go ahead and take Batman and get him in the right position with his hands, positioned just like so, and then bend his legs a little bit, probably at least to, probably the maximum extent, we can go ahead and attach him to the handlebars so that he is ready to pursue the Penguin on his duck boat. And yeah, you can see we do have an engine, like just a basic Technic piece on the back for to represent an engine. It's nothing really too insane, but definitely pretty cool regardless. And a lot of fins and flaps on this thing. You can see we have at least 5 of them here, and you have 2 here, and then 2 here, and the main one on the back here, and all of which obviously can bend, but I do have them in a fixed position as it is right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for Batman's scuba vehicle. Really small, definitely not really, heavy on pieces, but I mean, it's effective, and you do have a printed Batman symbol. That's really nice, getting printed parts rather than stickers, because wherever the LEGO group is ready to print something, we're all there for it, because, the less stickers, the better. And then we have the Penguin's duck boat, and this is the reason I like this set. I mean, everything else aside, this thing is awesome. I mean, the LEGO group has gifted us an effing dote. Dote? What is a dote? New animal. But this, on the other hand, is the duck boat. And like I said, the LEGO group has gifted us an effing duck. I mean, it's an armed duck, and it's freaking fantastic. You can go ahead and you can see it has the flick fire missiles on its underside there, and we can go ahead and aim them at Batman himself, and then go ahead and fire them. And once these flick fire missiles do not want to cooperate, because that one went soaring off the table just like the other one. So both of these vehicles are going to be missing one of their flick fire missiles for the rest of this review. So I apologize for that. But you can see we do have eyes actually on the sides of, we have eyes for the duck here, and you can see they're actually printed. They're not even stickers. So once again, getting printed parts is fantastic. So not only is the Batman symbol on the the scuba vehicle printed, but the eyes on the duck are also printed. And like I said, the more printed pieces, the better, and it just makes the building process a lot easier and much more swift. So I definitely appreciate that on LEGO Group's part. And yeah, you can see we have a little 2x2. Actually, I believe that might no, that's a 2x2 plate for the beak, and a really effective duck boat design. You have the turbine engine on the back here, so that's pretty awesome. And you have some headlights on the back there as well, along with the extra flick fire missiles that I pointed out, with an orange cone for the tip. And then we have a 2x2 space for the Penguin to sit inside with a little steering wheel piece, so that's pretty awesome as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much it though. And this duck is freaking awesome. I mean, it's a duck. Why isn't it a duck? Why wouldn't it be in this set? I mean, it's a duck. For $12.99, you don't just get all of this, but you get a duck. I mean, it's a duck. Enough said. So then you get this piece, this little, section portion of the set, which really doesn't honestly make that big of a difference. It's just literally an assembly of tiles and slopes. Nothing really too insane here, but you do get this gem, which is practically the plot point of this entire set, and the comics that were released with the LEGO DC Comics Superheroes 2014 lineup. And so pretty much all the villains are after this one gem, and the Penguin is about to get his hands on it when, of course, Batman intervenes, and then the Penguin ends up inevitably not getting, the gem. So, but I mean, obviously that's up to you, What do they say on the old LEGO commercials? You control the action. So that's pretty much what's going on with this set. You get to decide if the Penguin gets the gem or not. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it though. And of course you do get this remote control piece, which the Penguin can hold, like I pointed out, to control a robotic Penguin. So I mean, for the most part though, that's pretty much it for this set, and I really do appreciate it. And they managed to do a lot with a 136 piece count. So I mean, fantastic set, highly recommended. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box instruction manual extra pieces, and we'll conclude this review. So the box is actually what you'd expect for, you know, a set of this size. It's $12.99. So like I said, it's what you'd expect. And you can see the artwork here is pretty awesome. You have the entire battle going on in what appears to be sort of like a cave right outside of Gotham City. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, then you can see up top here we have the new Scuba Batman sporting the actual size reference. And then on the back here we have, you know, the two main characters of this set pretending to be Jedi alongside the other features that I just went over in this review. And pretty simple box, but definitely effective. So the instruction manual is actually a pretty fair length. It's what you'd expect. It's only 31 pages long, but definitely a pretty consistent build overall. And yeah, like I said, 31 pages, nothing too insane. But if we go ahead and actually flip over here, we do have an advertisement for the LEGO movie sets, which finally, I'm noticing in my Target, the LEGO movie sets are finally starting to restock in major retailers. So that's really fantastic to finally see them again, as they just got ransacked after the film launched in February. But for the most part, you can see we have an advertisement here for the other 3 sets, actually just all 4 sets that were included with this new lineup of DC Comics sets, and all of which are now reviewed, and you can check them out on my channel. And fantastic sets. Love the steamroller with all the new minifigures included this lineup. Fantastic. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the instruction manual. Now let's take a look at the extra pieces. There's already a lot going on in the Penguin Face-Off, therefore you don't really get a large sum of extra pieces with this one. You get an extra antenna, an extra cheese slope, an extra plate, and an extra tile, along with an extra one of these printed eyes. And that's really nice to get an extra printed eye piece. Those you don't find all over the place, so definitely appreciate that. And then an extra transparent yellow cheese slope for the headlights. But I mean, for the most part though, not a lot of extra pieces, but still nice to get the printed eye. And yeah, so now we can go ahead and conclude the review.
Kill the bat.
Wait,
What?
are those penguins robotic?
Of course they are. What do you take me for? Some sort of murdering creature?
Bat phone. Master Bruce? Alfred, hack into those penguins.
Wait, no, you can't just...
Alright guys, so that about wraps up this review on the last of the LEGO DC Comics Superheroes 2014 Winter Reviews. And yeah, this is all 4 sets, all complete. And the other 3 reviews are available if you haven't already seen them. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this review, guys. And like I said, it's a really fantastic set with very minor flaws that really don't stick out and don't really leave a reason to not get this set. It's a very basic type set, but you get everything and you really get your money's worth. $12.99, you get a Scuba Batman, a new variant of the Penguin. And Penguin, he wasn't really a common minifigure up until this point, so now we have an easy way of getting Penguin, so that's really exciting. And then the 2 vehicles, like I said, are pretty fantastic, aside from some very minor problems. And then you have, of course, a random iceberg that no one cares about, but then you do get the Penguin, so I mean, hey, 136 pieces, this is a fantastic set, and the LEGO Group really did a lot with it, and that's why I really appreciate the set, and that's why I didn't want to skip out on this review and not finish up this lineup of reviews, and that's why this is a really awesome set, and I definitely highly recommend it for any superheroes fan if you haven't already gotten it, because odds are you probably walked by it 10 times by now, because it's been out in stores for like the past month now. But regardless, guys, that's pretty much it for this review, and if you found it informative or enjoyed this review, be sure to leave this video a like below, as your support really does go a long way. I wanted to get this review out as quickly as I could for you guys so I can get right back to working on my Winter Soldier figures and finishing them up, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this video when I went on and on about that. So yeah, and that's why your support is very much appreciated. And you can also follow me on Twitter and the book face. Links to both of those are also in the description below, and there I post all kinds of behind the scenes photos and updates of what I'm up to and what's to come for my channel. And I mean, if you don't like when you see gaps in between videos and you want to see more content from me, then I recommend you go check those out, because I post daily updates of what I'm up to and what I'm, working on, especially the Winter Soldier stuff, and then those figures that I'm working on, previews for that, and, little hints at those that have been going up like crazy, and I definitely recommend you check that out if you want. And, yeah, guys, so that's it for the Penguin Face-Off and the, DC Comics Superheroes 2014 Winter Reviews. Awesome lineup of sets. Enjoyed every bit of them. Aside from some minor flaws here and there, this was a fantastic wave of DC sets and easily one of the best. And I'm happy that it's over, though. And yeah, guys, that's it. And I might be seeing you on the Winter Soldier side next. Who knows? I'm going to try to squeeze in one review, though. We'll see. Regardless, guys, that's it. And I'll see you later. All right.
Bye.
Faceoff, and the set number for this one is 136. That is the piece count. Gosh damn it.
Hey, that actually worked.
Master Bruce, what happened to your no-killing rule? Wait, how did you even get here? You doing another LEGO DC Comics superheroes? No. Nah, that was a crappy drop. Listen to that freaking creak on my chair, my god. Detail packed into it, and as my entire base completely collapses here,